The following podcast is provided by Era Living, innovator in residential retirement options since 1987. And welcome everyone to Answers for Elders Radio Network, here with Era Living. And we are honored today to have a resident share their experiences about being a part of this amazing community and that she lives in, which is Aljoya Mercer Island. Is that correct? Is where you live?
Yes.
So Jeanne Luchtel is here with, believe it or not, her dog Joyce, and Joyce lives with Jeanne at the community. And Joyce is a half golden retriever, half lab. Is that correct, Jeanne?
Yes. Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your experience with coming to live at Aljoya Mercer Island, Jeanne.
No, I dropped it. Well, I decided that I didn't want to live in my own home. I loved my house and loved my neighbors and my family. But anytime I didn't feel well, I got really anxious. So I wanted to go someplace that had a health, service.
Right.
And I looked at 12 places. I didn't go into all of them. My criteria was that they would take a big dog.
Yeah.
And most places don't. And that we could walk out the door and go for a walk. And honestly, and I got my reference to Aljoya Mercer Island through A Place for Mom. And it's the only one that met those criteria. And I was happy to move. I've been happy since the day I walked in the door. I've been happy ever since then. So that's how I got here.
Yeah.
And they found the perfect apartment for me. I wanted a 1-bedroom den on where I could get out to the outside without going through the building. And I got that.
Right. That's perfect. That's perfect. And I bet Joyce is quite the celebrity in the community.
They may not know me, but they know Joyce.
I love it.
She knows everybody that's going to pet her and everybody that's going to feed her.
Oh. And what that makes you happy as well, I'm sure, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Yes. So you came a little bit about your background. I'm going to back up a little bit. You are, you worked with AT&T. Is that correct?
Yes. I started out as a programmer with Pacific Northwest Bell and became a director with people in Denver, Omaha, and Bellevue.
Wow. And then obviously you had the long career in Bellevue. Is that correct? Is where you were?
I worked in Seattle, Bellevue. I had a 3-year assignment in AT&T in Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and then came back.
Oh my goodness. And then you've obviously had Joyce for a while, so you've lived in the Bellevue area. Is that where you originally were living to?
After I moved back from New Jersey, I lived in
okay.
Almost, I think it was over 30 years.
So what's been your experience since you moved into Aljoya Mercer Island?
I only have good things to say about it. I think the biggest surprise to me was that I have more friends than I've had since I was in college. It's not like living in a condo where you walk out and you don't know anybody. You walk out and somebody is there. You may not even know them, but you talk to them.
Yeah.
And it's very friendly. I keep busy. I'm chairperson of the music fund.
Are you really?
So we have had lots of really good quality music programs once a month.
You found a way to be an integral member of the community and making friendships and things like that. That's probably been a little surprising. Is that what your expectation was when you first started? I bet that's been exceeded your expectations.
Absolutely. And, having Joyce has made a great opening. Everybody knows Joyce. Everybody wants to know about her. And like I say, they may not know me, but they know Joyce. So that was really, really easy.
And And you said you started training her to be a seeing eye dog. Is that correct? That's
Yes.
the beginning.
I raised her and did the basic training as a volunteer, and then she went into the formal training.
Wow.
And then after she didn't make it, we were a therapy team at hospice in Kirkland for 5 years.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And obviously, so you understand the benefits of therapy dogs and how they benefit. And you guys have basically a resident therapy dog with her. So how I can imagine that Joyce touches the hearts of many people in your community. Do you have any special stories to share about that?
Well, you know, we just walk down the hall and somebody sees her and pets her, and then they say something like, well, that's the best part of my day.
Yeah.
You know, I'll have to think about that. There's just, every day is just sort of special, is what I would say.
Sure. It's an amazing thing. And, you know, I know enough about dogs, and I know the fact that they have the opportunity to have meaning, you know, they have a job. The dogs love that too. They love to have that positive, you know, effect moving forward in the world too.
Especially a golden retriever.
Yes, exactly. Well, I have a golden doodle, so I understand that really well. It's that need to be needed. And I think that's important. Now, how has that been for you being Joyce's person? You know, do you feel, I'm sure you feel a sense of, you know, we need to make the rounds, or, you know, you almost have a dual purpose with helping to bring joy to the other residents with her.
I haven't gotten into the habit of visiting people. We did visit some people, but it's mostly, you know, we just are around. We played bridge, and somebody comes up from reception or from the dining room, and they come up and they pet her, and they give her treats, and you know, just I can be someplace and she can be off leash, and all of a sudden I have no idea where she is, and she's off someplace meeting somebody.
I love that. I love that. So she feels really comfortable in the community then.
Oh, yes. Yeah. She literally is the Aljoya dog.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. And of course she needs to stay outside the dining room. So I'm assuming she knows that she can't go in there.
Yes, but she sometimes does go in because people in the dining room give her carrots.
Oh,
the staff in the dining room give her carrots.
Well, carrots are a favorite treat with my dogs too. So they love that. So tell me a little bit about, you know, what is a typical day for you?
Well, we get up early. I go to the bathroom. I turn on my coffee. I get a coat on and go out with Joyce to the bathroom. I'm sure you're interested in all of that. I do a lot of work on the computer, either for myself or for the music committee or another committee. I just helped a friend with her pictures. I don't think of myself as being very technical, but I definitely am more than she is. And I don't go down to the dinner a lot because I'm used to living alone, and I bring home food from the dining room and eat with Joyce. But I enjoy the dining room, and I
bet Joyce loves when you bring food back too.
But she doesn't get any of it.
So. Oh, she doesn't. Well, good for you.
No,
but she can share that time with you, which is good.
Yeah. I love the garden.
And
I really should go out there more often than I do. I see a lot of people when we go out to go to the bathroom for her. I see a lot of people out there reading and talking. So every day is a little different. I go to physical therapy once a week, and of course Joyce goes with me.
Yes.
I do a lot of sewing. I'm helping a friend find a place like this to move to, which has taken a lot of time. So it just depends on what's going on.
Yeah. So how long have you lived at Aljoya Mercer Island?
4 years in October.
My goodness. Well, This has been, Jeannie, it's been so great to visit with you about all of this because, you're making a difference in your community. And obviously there's a lot of things you're doing. Like you're of service to a lot of people. And even though you're having, a great, wonderful time, I'm really hearing somebody it probably goes to bed and feels good about herself that you made a difference every day. And I'm sure your little puppy dog feels the same way too.
I would say one other thing is that because I've been on the music committee and had to find musical activities, and had to advertise them, I have found a creative side to myself that I never thought of. I mean, I can sew and I can knit and I can do cross stitch and that, but I just never had the opportunity to be in charge of something where I really didn't have to report to anybody.
Yeah.
And have funds for things. We do have a committee. And I think that's been one of the most rewarding things of being here. I'd also have to say that the people here are very, very friendly and we help each other.
Yeah. Well, and that's the most important thing, right? So, Jeannie, thank you so much again. And for each and every one of you, check out Era Living's properties. And specifically, we were talking again with Jeannie from Aljoya Mercer Island. And I am so glad to have met you, Jeannie. Thank you for being on the program.
You're very welcome.
And you can check out Era Living at eraliving.com. Era Living is locally owned and operates 8 premier retirement communities in Seattle, Renton, Mercer Island, Bellevue, and Issaquah. From vibrant, independent living to compassionate assisted living to secure memory care, Era Living respects and honors older adults by enhancing the quality of their lives. Learn more at eraliving.com.